How's it going, sports fans? My name is Joe Tyrrell, and welcome back to another Park Live Sport Vodcast. Today, we're doing our Team of the Season draft. I am joined by the usual crew, George, Matt, Ollie, Jack, and Joe. We're also joined by Ollie Brown today. Hello, Ollie.
Hi, how are we doing?
We are going to be doing a Team of the Season draft, Premier League. We've got team content, which is George, Joe, and Ollie, Wade. And then Jack, Ollie Brown, and Matt is team journalism. We're going to be doing a Team of the Season draft. So Jack is going to pick the first position and the first player. We're then going to go over to the other team, team content, who is going to pick their player, and they will get first pick of the second round. So neither team will be the same. Two different Team of the Seasons. And then on the Park Life socials, we'll see who wins the poll, who's got the best team. So, Jack, we'll get right into it.
Yep.
Your team has the first pick. Team journalism, pick first.
Where do you want to start?
I think we should go we need to go in the core. So centre back, centre middle, striker, I think.
Let's go centre back.
Yeah, we'll go centre backs, yeah.
Okay.
We'll go centre back.
So the first name that comes to my mind is definitely just Virgil van Dijk.
Get him in there.
There's no doubt that Virgil van Dijk is in there. Ollie, I see you shaking your head. Why are you shaking your head at Virgil van Dijk?
I'm not. No, put him in. He's got.
Get him
you can have that one. I'll give you that one.
So, team journalism, your first pick is Virgil van Dijk.
Great start.
There we go. Right. I'll come to you, team content now. You're going to pick this, and then we'll have a little chat about them. So, where do you want to start? Well, you've got to pick a centre-back.
I know where I want to start.
You have to pick a centre-back. George is making his mark straight away.
Oh, sorry, we have to pick a centre-back, do we?
You have to pick a centre-back, yeah.
I don't know where I was starting then.
I would argue Soyuncu from Leicester. I think he's fast, strong, young talent. He's broken through this season. He's been instrumental in the side that has been really impressive defensively, and I think he's also one to watch for the future as well. I think he's really earned that place in the team of the season.
Yeah, I was going to agree. I was going to say that as well, but I was also going to say his teammate Johnny Evans, who I think always goes under the radar. He always gets stick, Evans, for absolutely no reason. I think he's a class centre back, one of the best in the league actually. So yeah, either one of those two, but I'll go with Soyuncu as well.
George, do you want to have to say, or are you in agreement?
No, I agree. I think Soyuncu, I would go with Soyuncu. There's a few others, like Johnny Evans, Wado said. Maguire's been decent. Joe Gomez. But yeah, Soyuncu for me.
Soyuncu, right. Your first pick is Soyuncu. Right, I'll put that down. Soyuncu. Right. So, team content. You now get first pick of the second round. So you get to pick a whole new position and a player.
I think we're going to have to go straight up top with this one, boys. Personally, I'm gonna personally. I think Jamie Vardy, from rags to riches in the football sense, like a fine wine this season, scored 19 goals. You've got to have your top goal scorer in there.
I think we've got to play this tactical. There's loads of strikers we can pick. We can pick Aubameyang, Aguero. It's still going to look good. We want to go for it. Holding midfielder. And you know who I'm going to pick. I was talking about him last week. A leader. We need a leader.
Jordan Henderson?
Yeah, okay. So you're on about Jordan Henderson? Yeah, okay. Should we stick him in there rather than Jamie Vardy? Either one. I think he's got to be in the team of the season, but, you know.
Unless you're desperate for Vardy.
I'm a desperate man, Aloe, and
you can have him. You can have him. We'll have him.
I just think it would be criminal to let team journalism have the best centre back if we didn't have the best striker.
I think it'd be criminal if they took the best midfielder in the league, the best holding midfielder.
Yeah, but we
don't forget they will get first pick.
And remember, they're not actually playing, Aloe. We don't need to have a holding midfielder. You know, there's plenty of midfielders we can choose from.
And they have just secured the best centre back, in my opinion, as well.
I think we have as well.
All right, we'll go with Vardy, and unless Wado, you got any?
No, I would have gone with Henderson as well.
Right.
Okay, go with Henderson then. Go.
Vardy is.
Henderson. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Henderson's in there.
CDMs.
So, well, no. I forgot to mention, everyone's doing 4-3-3. So you've got 3 centre mids. you've now can pick anyone apart from Henderson.
I think we can take advantage of this and get the best, arguably the best player in the Premier League, Kevin De Bruyne. I think we can grab him here. He's had a great season, probably not up there with one of his best, and I think we could grab him.
You can see the others.
I said this is probably his best season. He's had like nine goals, 18 assists in the league. Yeah, definitely.
I also think we need to be looking at the pitch as well because attacking talent, and I think we need to look at Sadio Mane as well.
You have to pick a centre mid
simply because of how good he's been.
Browno, you have to pick a centre mid, mate.
Did I freeze then? Did I?
Not a left winger.
So we're picking a centre mid away. All right,
Has to be a centre mid, yeah.
I think we go De Bruyne.
Yeah, I think De Bruyne, but I'd also put a case forward if we had the hope, which we don't hold in midfielder, but NDD as well.
Yeah,
indeed.
Good shout. Well, if we're playing 3 central midfielders, we can have one of them later on, can't we?
Yeah, but
potentially, Davo, potentially.
I think we go KDB.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, we'll go for him then.
Your first centre mid is Kevin De Bruyne, and you have the first pick of the next round. So, what position do you want to go for?
Oh, what?
Do you want to go
up top? Attacker.
Yeah, let's start with let's get that front 3 sorted.
I think it's got to be like a Liverpool attacker for me, either Mane or Salah.
It's got to be. I'm not having Salah. We're having Mane because Salah's not been as good as
he
was.
Let's
say last season.
Mane.
It's got to be Mane.
Arguably his best season in Liverpool shirt, so I'd go Sadio Mane.
Yeah, I'm happy with Mane.
You want him on the right or left wing?
Left wing.
Left wing. All right. Mane. So that is looking like a very strong team. So George, I can see you creasing up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to pick someone on the front 3 now. So you can go back for Vardy if you want to.
Boys, we've got to get him in. We've made a great mistake there. We've let go of Van Dijk. None of us even thought of De Bruyne. I think De Bruyne in their team over Jordan Henderson. So I'm going to go straight with the top goal scorer in the league, Jamie Vardy.
I think we have to pick tactically here. We don't have to go for the best players. They're going for the best players. We've got to think about what's the best team. What's the best team? How are we going to play? We've got to think about this tactically.
Would Van Dijk
and De Bruyne all the best players, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to play well.
Why don't we get the best goalkeeper?
No.
You have to pick an attacker.
You have to pick an attacker.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You're right.
I'm going to go for Jamie Vardy. He's the top goal scorer in the league. If we don't have Jamie Vardy, then the other team will. I'm criminal.
No,
all right, yeah, fine. That's fine. We'll give Borny his shot there.
Jamie Vardy it is.
Give the Park Life fans their shot, Wade. This is what they want. The loyal fans of Park Life Sport.
Right. So I'll come back to team journalism. Team content. You've got the pick of the next round.
So I say we get the goalkeeper in. Yeah. Get Alisson in there.
I'm happy with that.
See, I've got a big problem with that, Wade.
Take him.
Here comes Dean Henderson.
I'm going to pick Henderson. He's had a huge impact this season, 76% save rate. He's going to be a chance for De Gea next season. Only 25 goals conceded, second least in the league, of course, to Liverpool. But for a newly promoted side, I think that's exceptional. And I think Henderson,
Ollie, you look very disgruntled at that.
Me?
No, Wado.
Oh, Wado, yeah, Wado always looks disgruntled anyway. So.
What's our team? Our team is going to look. We've got a choice of Henderson or Alisson. I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I know you've got your Man United links, but you've got to take them away.
Hey, I'm an unbiased journalist here.
Hello, do you think Alisson's had a better season than Henderson?
Jack, this isn't your time. You can argue when it's your team. I think Henderson has made more of an impact in the Premier League this season. I've enjoyed watching him more as well, just because we know of Alisson's quality, but to see Henderson come through the ranks like he has, I think is an inspirational story. But I'm happy to have Alisson in the team. I'm just arguing a case for Henderson, who I think is going to be one to watch in the next few years.
Okay, based on purely on team of the season purposes, not the best player, I'll go along with what Borny's saying, and we'll put Henderson in there.
All right.
Henderson, Dean Henderson between the sticks for team content. And I'll come to team journalism. Who do you want in between the sticks?
I would have wanted Henderson, I think, over Alisson as well. I think they made a good decision.
I'd have had Henderson.
Well, that's surprising because you were quite critical of Henderson last week.
I was critical of him getting thrown into a European starting 11 because I think he hasn't got the experience. But based on his form in the Prem, I think he deserves to get that goalkeeper spot. I think Alisson's a better keeper, but he's missed more through injury. But
that's true.
After Henderson, I think we have to go Alisson because I don't think any other goalie in the league's really stepped up this year, apart from
Nick Pope. Nick Pope's had a good season. I know he plays at Burnley and he's not, the star name, but he's had a good season. If we're talking about, a team of the year, again, that's another English keeper, so that's good for England and whenever the Euros are going to be. But if we're talking about the keepers that are left, I think Alisson. But I would have been the same. I'd have had Henderson over Alisson any day. Based on his
Alisson's
season.
got the second most clean sheets in the league, and he missed 9 games through injury. So it's got to be Alisson for me.
Well, Alisson between the sticks for you lot then.
Are we limited to how many players in a team or not?
Oh yeah, you can't have another Liverpool player because you've already got Van Dijk and
we
Mane.
are limited to 2, aren't we?
Thank you for reminding me. You are limited to 2.
So we'll go. I think we have to go Nick Pope then.
Nick Pope then, yeah.
Pope. Between the sticks.
It's a win for us, boys.
I think Henderson was a good shout, yeah.
That's quite actually mixed it up a bit and made it quite interesting. But team journalism, you have got the next pick.
So we can't pick any more Liverpool players now. No.
No more Liverpool players.
No more Liverpool players.
I think we go centre mid again.
I'd like to go back to midfield.
Yeah, I think we've got to go for a defensive.
I'd say Jack Grealish. Well, I want Jack Grealish.
We haven't got a defensive type midfielder though. That's the only thing. We've got the attacking playmaker in De Bruyne.
Remember, they've already got 2 Leicester players, so we can get Ndidi later on.
Yeah.
So we can, if we get in Grealish now, I think it would be a better decision. Because we can.
Equally, they can't have Maddison, can they? So we could have Grealish and Maddison later on, or Ndidi as well.
If you fancy being ripped up in midfield.
What do you want to go?
I'd personally go Grealish. But what do you think?
Sorry, my internet's going. I don't know why.
It's all right. We're still here.
I'm happy with Grealish.
So yeah, I'd put a case forward for a defensive type player in there. Ndidi. I can't really see anyone else who would fill that role.
Brown, we can get Ndidi later because the other team can't pick a Leicester player.
Yeah.
So who do you want now then?
Grealish.
Yeah. What about James Maddison?
Yeah, it's between those two. It's the same old debate, isn't it? Yeah.
I think James Maddison simply because of.
You think Maddison deserves to? Okay, sorry, no, you keep.
Don't be a
Yeah, I think Maddison for me. Well, I'd pick Maddison over Grealish anyway. But I'm easy to go either one.
I'm Grealish, so it's up to you.
I think I'm more Grealish, to be honest. Based on the season,
we'll go Grealish then. That's fine.
The team. I know Maddison.
Grealish in at centre mid then. Team content, you've got another centre mid pick now. You can't pick a Leicester player.
This were a bit stuffed.
There's not actually that many good midfielders, really. Like central midfielders.
No.
There's a lot of good number 10s.
I'm gonna throw a name out there for us. Todd Cantwell. I think he's been a really good player for Norwich this season. A joint 3rd midfield scorer with 6 goals. Diamond in the rough with Pookie. And there's going to be no shortage of interest for him in the summer as well. 2nd top goal scorer at Norwich behind the aforementioned Pookie. I think in terms of impact, Cantwell has been another instrumental player for a smaller club. And it also gives us that leeway to pick from some of the other teams for future positions, given that he is obviously at Norwich. And I don't think any other Norwich players really even get a shout for the team of the season, do they? So.
No, not really.
George, Ollie, do you have any picks? George, go on.
I don't think he's a central midfielder, is he?
Yeah, he's a midfielder. He plays.
Yeah, I'd put him in the midfield 3 over the front 3.
And we're picking a player from bottom of the league.
I think you have got to look at the fact that he's from the team that he's in and how well he's done. That could be the only argument really. But we're pretty stuffed here for options.
I think if Jurgen Klopp's been looking at him, yeah.
Please take him.
Did they pick Grealish or Maddison?
They picked Grealish, but you can't pick Maddison because you've already got Soyuncu and Vardy.
Please take Cantwell.
Oh, look, they look.
I'm gonna stick with Cantwell. I think.
What about the man you said earlier about Fred? Fred's had a good season for United.
No, he hasn't. I would say. I'd say
Fred's been better than Cantwell.
Lundstrom would be my only other option, but that's it.
George, you look really stumped over there.
I can't think. There's not actually been that many good midfielders I don't think.
What about Fleck from Sheffield United? He's on par with Cantwell, isn't he? He'd be good in your team.
Good shout.
I've already got thoughts of another Sheffield United player, so I don't want to.
Lundstrom.
Unfortunately for Ollie, we can't get Calvin Phillips in there this week.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to rush you, lads.
I'm going to stick with Cantwell.
I like Lundstrom, but
beast on
Ollie.
fantasy football.
Yeah,
that would be your final Sheffield United player as well.
No, we'll go.
I think Cantwell.
You got Henderson.
Yeah, I've got Henderson.
Yeah. Fine, we'll go with Todd Cantwell then. Whatever. That's good. Yeah. Cantwell. We shot ourselves in the foot there, boys. But
yeah.
And you've got the first pick of the next round, though.
We'll let Aloe pick this one.
Oh. Okay, Aloe.
Should we go left wing? Wait. Yeah. We go left wing, and then we've got Grealish or Mane.
Grealish.
And you haven't got Mane either.
You haven't got Mane either.
We've got Grealish.
We won't go left wing.
Got Rashford.
No, I say we go in defence.
Let's go fullbacks.
Yeah, we get Trent in.
Trent?
Yeah, I'm happy with
Yeah,
Trent
we
at
can't
right
get
back.
Trent anyway, can we?
Yeah.
Trent at right back, right. You lot need a right back now.
I'm happy to go for a United player.
It's obviously got to be Wan-Bissaka, isn't it?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
There's, no one else. I think the league's short in terms of fullbacks, apart from obviously Liverpool ones, Wan-Bissaka. Apart from that, there's no other sort of names that sort of stand out for me.
Yeah, mirroring what Bourne said last week, I think Wan-Bissaka is the best defender in the league. It's just a shame going forward he can't compete with the likes of Trent. So
no, but there's been occasions where he has.
You would pick.
He's got a few assists.
Wan-Bissaka over Ricardo Pereira.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
No, Wan-Bissaka is better player than.
Cantwell was your fifth pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, you keep Cantwell, mate. You keep Cantwell. You sit pretty over there with Cantwell. Absolutely fine by me.
Right, well, right back. I've got to speed it up.
We'll go Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka, you've now got first pick in the next round. Centre back, left back, centre mid, right wing, and striker. You need.
I think we take striker and we take a City player, and I think we should get in there with Aguero before they do.
Ooh.
I don't know if
I don't agree
second, top goal scorer in the league. Hasn't played as many games as he has done before, but still scores in big games. And just because of the quality striker that he is, he's going to be.
Say the same about Aubameyang though. Aubameyang's top goal scorer in the league, joint anyway.
Aubameyang.
They haven't got an Arsenal player yet, so I'd like Aubameyang.
Also, a bit of a rogue one, but Danny Ings also plays for a team that are probably not going to pick a lot of players on Southampton, and he's had a great season. I think could be a shout for that top spot. Saves positions elsewhere as well from teams like Man City and Arsenal.
I think we either go Aubameyang because of the last two seasons, or we go Aguero because of what he can do and his legendary status that it's going to be in the Premier League.
If we're talking about this season, it's Aubameyang.
I think we go Aubameyang because I've got.
Yeah, if we go based on the season, then we go Aubameyang.
If you use Aguero, that's your City player's done.
That's our last City player.
Yeah.
And I was thinking Fernandinho centre back.
Yeah, that's a great
based
shout.
on the season he's had. I can't because he's
No.
tucked in there.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
We'll
Right,
get there.
Aguero.
We'll get to that.
We'll
when
get
we
to
go
that
later.
later.
We'll go
Can't do
Aguero.
that.
We'll go
Wait,
Aguero.
Aubameyang, let's go. What one we going? Aubameyang, Aguero. I'm
It's up
easy.
to you. It's up to you, Browno. I've gone Aubameyang. Matt's gone Aguero.
I think Aguero, and because what he can do in the box as well.
Right.
Okay.
Simple
We'll go
finishes.
Aguero.
Where it
Let's
is,
go,
right?
Aguero.
You lot don't need a striker, so you have to pick a left or right wing. Team content.
I'm gonna go Rashford. 14 goals in 22 games, his most prolific season. He's got a better goal to game ratio than Salah and Mane this season. Obviously, he's played significantly less. I know that. I think he's been United's breakthrough talent, and he's been our talisman as well.
Aubameyang does sometimes play on the left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him over Rashford personally. So I guess that's my pick. So I guess it's Wallow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Warner. I'm going to go with Aubameyang just because he's a goal scorer.
No, it's fair. I'm happy to have
Over.
Aubameyang.
Right, your pick, team content.
I think we go Rashford then.
Or do we go
No,
Martial?
not you lot, not you lot.
No,
no,
we
I
get
thought-
another go, don't we?
You get another go.
No.
Don't we? Oh yeah, of course you do.
Wherever
Do
we
we have
want.
any more forwards to pick from, or
You need another right winger.
Right winger, we need a left back.
I'm gonna go
Right
with
winger,
Rashford
left back, another
Centre mid.
centre back.
And centre back.
I'm sticking with Rashford. Simple as that. For me anyway. But obviously, we're a good team, and we can talk through and not argue, like the other.
We haven't got
teams.
too long, so you can't talk too much.
Can't have Salah. Okay, fair enough. I'll go with Rashford then.
George, you in agreement?
Unless you want to pick another position and take a better player.
What's we're deciding between Rashford and Salah?
No, we can't have Salah. So basically, we can pick for another right wing, a left back, or a centre back,
All right.
Or a centre mid?
or another centre mid. Yeah.
Should we go for another? Centre back's gonna be quite tough, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, just take your time, Alan.
No. Well, let's go centre back then.
All the options.
No.
Harry Maguire, leader, legend.
No, I don't. I wouldn't put
massive
Harry
impact.
Maguire in there. Sorry, Bourne.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna have to pick Rashford. I think to not pick, to not have the final pick of a winger when we're in this position would be criminal. We have to go with a forward, even if it's not Rashford. We have to pick that final member of the front three.
Fair enough. Yeah, get Rashford in there.
Yeah. All right.
Right, I'm going to have to pause the recording a sec, lads. We've got a few technical difficulties. Right, apologies for that. We are back, and Team Journalism have the current pick, and they are going to be picking a right winger.
For me, it's between two, and that's Heung-min Son or Adama Traore. They're the two that have had the best standout seasons on our right wing. If I'm going to pick between the two, I'd probably say Adama Traore. Probably because of his Etihad performance alone. He's been better than Heung-min Son. And it shows in the table, Wolves are above Spurs. So I'd say Adama Traore.
Yeah, I think people questioned his finishing, didn't they? But I think he's up that a lot this year. So I think he probably deserves a spot in right wing.
Ollie, do you agree?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. Yeah, I didn't think of him, but yeah, definitely.
Adama Traore goes in at right wing. So that is both front lines complete now. And Team Journalism, you've got the first pick of the next round. So I'll remind you of what you need. You need a centre mid, a centre back, and a left back.
I think we know who our centre mid is going to be, so we can leave that one for a bit to try and get ahead of the other team, I think.
We know what our left back's going to be as well because they can't pick a Leicester player.
We can only have one more Leicester player.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a shout.
So you're going to go Ben Chilwell.
It's got to be. Who else has there been at left back this
But
season?
you know, you've got two Leicester
Jonathan.
players.
Have we got two? Oh,
You've
we
got room
have.
for two Leicester players.
Oh,
You've got no
okay.
Leicester players at the minute.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I don't think Ben Chilwell's had
You
his
said
best
Ben
season.
Chilwell had a poor season the other day, man.
yeah,
I don't
he's
think
been
had
the
his
best out of
greatest.
a bad bunch, mate.
I wouldn't put Ben
No.
Chilwell in.
I wouldn't have put Ben Chilwell.
I don't know who makes it in left back though.
Where does
I've got a great idea
Sheffield
for
United's
you.
left back?
Is it
The
Egan?
the left wing
Is
back.
it Ender something? Ender
Ender Stevens.
Yeah, he's been good, really good.
It sounds like you can't
Trying to
remember his
think of
name.
other players, really.
I think we should focus on. So we got 2 Leicester players. Who would we think for centre back? Maguire's still there, and I think out of the people left, it's either him or Johnny Evans, maybe. Because
I'd take Evans. Wait,
Joe,
have we taken Ndidi yet?
No, but you
they
don't
can
have
pick
you
a
don't
left
have to
back.
worry about that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's just
So
who
we're
we get.
definitely gonna have him in the team.
I think
So we can have
Ndidi-
one more Leicester player.
Yeah.
I think we take Evans in.
It's just who we put in left back then after.
Yeah, I'm happy to argue that later though. I'm happy to go.
Yeah, I think we take Evans before they take.
Let's go Evans then. Let's go Evans.
Johnny Evans at centre back.
Yeah.
Right. So that leaves journalism, team content. Sorry. Team, you pick a centre back basically.
Okay. Do we still have... I know what Born is going to say Harry Maguire. He doesn't need to talk now. What about Jack O'Connell for Sheffield United?
Yeah, with the clean sheets they've got.
They've got a good defensive record.
And Dean Henderson isn't like, it's not all him, is it? We're all saying he's had a great season. Who's in front of him?
Yeah.
I think
Take him.
It depends. Do you want to go for a big name player, or do you want to go for a solid?
Well, I
Red
think
cards.
that we could utilise a Sheffield United player somewhere else on the pitch. I don't want to give away my position right now, but
It's fine, boy. We got the next pick. If
oh, okay, yeah, I think Maguire because my left back would be Ender Stevens. I think it's criminal that the other team haven't picked him. He's had an absolutely quality season, so I'm going to say Maguire centre back, and I'd whack Stevens on the left back.
Oh yeah, I'm happy for that.
we've also got a centre mid to pick.
Right. So bear with. So that's Maguire at centre back.
Oh, we done that.
Maguire centre back. Is that you've got the second? You've got the next pick as well, though. Bear in mind.
Yeah, which would have been Stevens, but I'm just saying, like, if we've got to still think of a centre mid before we.
Yeah, you've got a left back and centre mid to pick.
I think we should cross that bridge when we come to it. I think we just need to sort defence out for now. I'm going to say Harry Maguire for the obvious reason that I do believe he is the best centre-back in the league. He'd walk into any world-class side. And Stevens, he's got 3 successful tackles this season, one of the best players in the division in his position, just being rewarded with a contract to extend to 2023. I think he's been really instrumental. He can stay back, but he can also get forward. We've seen he's scored a couple of goals as well. So
I can't believe those words just came out of your mouth.
Yeah, although I don't agree with the Harry Maguire ridiculous comment. I'm happy to go with Maguire and Stevens.
Yeah, go on then.
Maguire and the Stevens complete your back line, and that means team journalism. You have a left back to pick.
I'd say Lucas Digne then.
Let me throw a few names out. Jetro Willems from Newcastle. Yang Vertonghen can play left back.
Has he had a great season though,
He's
Brownlow?
had a poor season.
This is we're talking team of the season.
I think Willems, because like I said, we lack left back. Ben Chilwell has been very good. I think Willems has actually done all right. He scored a few goals as well, attacking threat. Because we've got a defensive fullback on the right. We need an attacking threat now. So I'd say Willems, or we've got
Lucas Digne, then.
Yeah, I could pick him. And then you've got that young Arsenal one that's coming up. He's had a breakthrough season. He hasn't been amazing.
Zachary Saka's a good shout, actually.
Yeah, he's been all right.
But Aspil on the left back as well.
Yeah, I think that's the thing as well. Do we get next choice for set them in?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking is we've still got Kovacic. He's had a great year for Chelsea. I haven't got a Chelsea player in yet. I think they've done quite well compared to what people thought they were going to do. And Lundstrom as well, we can put in centre midfield, which does mean that Leicester spot for Chilwell as left back. So, although
we need Ndidi in that midfield, though.
Do you think we need Ndidi?
Yeah. I think we need Ndidi. Yeah, definitely. We've got Grealish and De Bruyne. So
Who
I
do
think
we go left
Ndidi.
back?
Yeah, so we
I'd
go.
go to Lucas Digne, but it's up to you.
It's a tough one.
This is off form this season, not FIFA stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucas Digne's had a quality year. He's got 7 assists in the league.
Well, you said earlier that you're picking from a bad bunch, so he can't be that good in your opinion.
Well, yeah, he hasn't been exactly.
Who
like
did better, Murph? Him or Chilwell?
Well, Chilwell's been better, yeah, but
We go Ndidi centre mid.
yeah,
Well,
Didi
that's
said
what
the
it
mid
is.
later, so we have. I think Digne, Aspilicueta, or Saka. There's loads of options.
Those are bad
Tough one.
options.
Who are you saying, Browno? Left back. Who'd be your final pick?
It would be between Saka, Digne, or Jetro Williams.
Right, I'm going to go Digne then. Let's pick
Jetro
Digne for
Williams.
left back.
Right,
Digne.
Digne and then
And then
Ndidi
we'll go
in midfield.
Ndidi in the middle.
Cool.
Digne, and then Ndidi completes your lineup.
That
Yeah.
screams ultimate team Withams.
And then finally, team content, you have a pick in centre mid.
It's tough. Like I said, there's not actually that many good centre midfielders.
I would say. Well, I completely forgot about him until Dave said it.
Kovacic.
Yeah,
Could be
he's had a
Fred.
great year.
Why not Fred?
Chelsea.
Not Fred, Kovacic. Yeah.
Kovacic,
I
right.
think. Yeah.
So your teams are, we'll start with team content. It's Dean Henderson in goal, Trent at right back, Soyuncu, Maguire and Stevens is your back four. Henderson, Cantwell and Kovacic in midfield, and then Rashford, Vardy and Aubameyang up front. And then
Nice.
team journalism, Pope, Wan-Bissaka, Van Dijk, Evans, Digne, De Bruyne, Grealish and Ndidi, Adama Traore, Mane and Aguero complete your teams.
Game over. That is game
You know
over.
what? I think at the start we had it, but I think they brought it back. It's quite close now.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
I would say based on team of the season, ours sounds more like a team of the season team based on the season. I think theirs, obviously, they've got better, more consistent players over the years. But I think, yeah, based on the team of the season wise, it's quite even.
George, are you happy with your team content?
I'm happy with our team. Our midfield is god awful. God awful.
Who would you have
Apart
had in
from
there
Penny,
instead? In your midfield, who would you have had instead?
I would have liked anyone from their midfield, to be honest. Actually,
So you could have had De Bruyne.
That says it all. I think
You have no City players.
but our defense is good and our attack
you have
is
no
very
Man
good.
City players,
They have no Man City players.
and they finished second.
Yeah.
I think they've had, for their standards, I think they've had a poor year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
But not everyone's been poor.
No, I would only have picked De Bruyne.
Yeah,
I think we really shot ourselves in the foot by picking Jordan Henderson. I know you obviously rate him very highly, Aloe, but what an awful pick so early on. Jordan
No,
Henderson.
I think he's
Could
been
be
the best
PFA player of the
midfielder
year.
in the league this season. We've got the best midfielder in the league this season.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I just
He's the only good midfielder we've got.
Oh, of
in
course,
our
the Liverpool
midfield.
fans are going to pipe up now, though. I mean, I think De Bruyne. Well, he's literally for me. De Bruyne is in the league, so we had the chance to pick him.
So we've got a midfield three of Henderson, Kovacic, and Cantwell, and the problem is Henderson, is it?
He would argue. He probably would have won PFA Player of the Year. I think, and you have to have
Yeah.
that in the season. I
would have, yeah.
think it's a good pick.
Yeah, it would look a bit of a weird team this season if we didn't have Henderson, who you pretty much all argued had been the best player in the league last week.
Yeah.
We were limited to 2 players a team though, so I think.
Tough, yeah.
But I think we've done. Yeah, it was tough, but I think we've done all right.
But for the stinker is Cantwell. That's the
I think Lundstrom
really
should have gone in
stinking
over.
out our team in a minute.
I think just that whole midfield you're down for, that is awful.
I believe in
That's
Todd.
well.
I believe in Todd. He's got 6 goals from a midfield
You have the
position.
whole team and you go, I'll go Henderson first.
You've got-
What I will argue, Joe Tyrrell, with their team is that Jack Grealish isn't a centre mid.
Winger.
I'd say he's a centre mid.
Nah, he's a
He's
winger.
centre mid.
They play him.
What
all
I'd
day.
argue of your team is you've got one player from the team as rock bottom and none from second,
Yeah. To be fair, we did have 20 teams picked from. We picked one from the rock bottom team.
and not the team that came second place.
Yeah, but he's a centre mid. Jack Grealish isn't.
Good about Fernandinho.
Yeah.
He's had a better season than Todd Canwell. I know he's played centre back, but he's
Played
had a better
centre-back, though,
season.
hasn't
Oh, he has. Yeah, he's played centre back, Murph.
Yeah, he's had a better
He's
season than Todd
irrelevant.
Cantwell.
We should
But
have
he's
gone. we
not.
should have
But
gone
he's
for-
not a midfielder anymore. He's a centre back.
Yeah, but you can still
Fred's
play
better than
his
Todd
position.
Cantwell.
His natural position is midfield, so you could have
No,
had him there.
it's team of the season for
Do you
players.
think?
Fernandinho's a centre back.
Do you think Maguire's had a better year than Fernandinho, the centre back?
I think Maguire has been instrumental for United this season. I think
I would
he's
say
In
so.
fifth place.
I will
before,
agree.
leader, legend.
I will
icon.
agree.
You need
Maguire
to
has
fit.
made United a better team, but I think Fernandinho is horribly underrated in that centre back
Yeah,
position.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
The thing is, City's defence has been their problem this year.
Yeah.
It's been awful.
And he's been at the heart of it. So what does that tell you?
You could say that,
Is it-
yeah.
Is it too late to change a player?
Yes.
wanna
Yes,
change
you
your
picked
team.
Henderson as your first pick. You have no say whatsoever.
Oh, I think that's harsh.
You-
That's harsh.
Who?
Henderson, I think he's PFA Player of the Year. It would have been.
But for their first pick,
George,
Yeah,
who did
One
you...
argument of Jack Grealish in centre mid, is that a strong argument, do you think?
What?
Them having Grealish in centre mid?
He's played centre mid enough to play there.
He started
think it's-
centre mid in the FA Cup final, in the League Cup final.
Yeah, but again,
Um,
Murph, this is Premier League team of the season, not League Cup team of the
Yeah,
season.
but I'm just proving that he's played. in
Right,
midfield
I
this
want to come
season.
back to George. George, you wanted to make a change. Who was that change?
I would. I just clicked in my head now, and it's cutting me deeply actually. Moutinho, João Moutinho
Moutinho.
from
Oh,
Wolves.
yeah.
No, you've got
I mean,
Cantwell
him-
though, so why would you want to
All
change?
right, let's make it interesting. I will give both teams one change. You can both change one player. Now you've done it.
I don't
Hello,
want
that's
to
a
change
shout.
player.
That's a sign
Jack,
of
be
weakness.
quiet.
I'm
We'll
happy
come
with
to
that
team
team.
content first.
Okay.
Hello, argue your case for Moutinho.
I don't even need to say anything. Just do it.
In place of Cantwell, I assume.
Yes, definitely.
Very defensive midfield three.
Moutinho.
Yeah.
And then team journalism. Do you even want to make a change?
No,
The
I
only
don't.
suggestion I'd make is because Wade's getting upset as well. Is maybe we can swap Grealish out for Kovacic. Oh no, they've got Kovacic, haven't they?
They've got Kovacic.
For Lundstrom because I think he's had a good season. But
I think John Fleck's had a better season than John Lundstrom.
if we can keep Grealish, we keep Grealish.
yeah, let's keep him then.
Yeah, I'll keep him.
You're
I
not
think
changing
I
it.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't change anything.
All right.
What end of the
Oh,
rules?
actually, Todd Cantwell's free now, so we could have him. He's actually-
Well, I'll run through the teams one last time. Henderson for team content in goal. Trent, Soyuncu, Maguire, Ender Stevens, Jordan Henderson, Moutinho, Kovacic, Rashford, Vardy, and Aubameyang.
Yeah, that's
Team
better.
journalism is Pope, Wan-Bissaka, Van Dijk, Evans, Digne, De Bruyne, Grealish, and Didi. Adama Traore, Mane, and Aguero up front. They're two pretty good teams. Who would be a manager of the season?
Who's going
there's,
first?
there's only one man.
So
for me.
team content picked
And if you don't
last.
say
It's
This.
Sheffield United's manager, isn't it?
Ooh.
It has to be.
it has to be Jurgen Klopp. It has
It can't.
has to be.
Sheffield United come up from the Championship, and now we're in a European place.
From League One.
27 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, and you think another manager should win over that?
Yeah, I think
Disgusting.
from
It
Championship
has to be
to
Jurgen Klopp. It has
I can't have Jurgen Klopp.
Right, well, bear with. Team content, so George, Ollie, and Joe, you have the first pick manager of the season.
All right, yeah. They have.
I think right. Wilder, he's taken. I remember just a couple of years ago, Sheffield United couldn't get out of League One. They couldn't get out of it. They were stuck in League One. Now they're challenging for Europe. But what Klopp's done over the last 5 years, I could flip a coin between them two. I'm not
Yeah.
fussed.
But I think what edges it for Wilder for me is that Klopp's had that squad. He's got that squad ready, which he's had over the 5 years. But we're basing it on this season. I think from the last like we say 4 years, Wilder's gone from League One to where are they in the Premier League? 5th, 6th?
The 5th, isn't it? They're fighting for a Champions League place.
Yeah, fighting for Champions League place, and Klopp's taken
Championship.
Liverpool from a Champions League place to first.
We weren't
Yeah.
Champions League when he joined.
We could go for Daniel Farke for that Norwich.
For
the
me,
Canaries.
I personally, just to see Murph's nibble, would pick Jurgen Klopp for our side, just to just so Murph can't get his greasy hands on him. So,
Well,
yeah.
unfortunately, Bourne, I think you're outnumbered anyway. I think it's George and Ollie. Are you both going for Wilder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy
Yeah,
with Wilder. We'll take Wilder.
And then you three, team
It has to
journalism.
be Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool,
It has
25,
to be
Best
Klopp now, but
Liverpool
it,
25 points ahead of Man City, and they were the Centurions last year as well. So to go from that gap to then be 25 points ahead, I think it has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be
Right.
Jurgen Klopp.
Well,
yeah, because we can't take Wilder, I'll take Klopp.
yeah, Jurgen Klopp and Wilder are your managers of the season. That is all we've got time for, though, boys. Let us know. We will simulate a game and we will put the tweets out on Park Life Sport on Monday, what happens when this goes live. Let us know on Twitter what team you think would win in a match and we'll see what happens. But thank you for joining me, guys, and we'll catch you next week.
Cheers, Joe.
Cheers, Joe.